Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Hannibal, the penultimate episode of Hannibal. It's close, we're nearly at the end. I'm happy sad because it's been a journey, but it's coming to an end and that's sad, but then there will be a beginning, so there's that. It has been 2 weeks for me since I last watched it because of scheduling and whatever, but referring to my notes, we have videotape creepy, so that would be the scenes with Dollarhide watching his secret footage of Will's family whilst Reba was unable to see what he was watching, and it was creepy and yucky and bleh. Then we had Dollarhide failing to kill Will's family after Hannibal put him up to it, and you know, him beating himself up, or the dragon beating him up for failure. And then we have Will just sort of dealing with the fallout of all this. What does he actually want? He's angry at Hannibal, but at the same time he's like, I kind of want that old spice back in my life, but I'm mad. It definitely feels like we're heading towards explosive confrontation of some description. I've been enjoying this reimagining of the Red Dragon story arc. I'm excited to see where they're going to take it, if they're going to wrap it up this episode, or if it's going to carry over to the finale. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this episode very much, even though, as I say, it does mean we are that step closer to the end of the whole thing. It's also worth noting, if you want me to look at some comments and stuff, I think for the next video I'm going to basically obviously do the reaction and the review of the finale, but also talk a little bit about the entire show and my overall thoughts of the whole thing. So if you've got like a question or something like that that you want me to maybe look at or answer, it's worth putting that in this video. But that's next week. The ending is a whole week away. But right now we've got this to get into, but before we do, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review of the episode that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are links in the description to Twitch and Discord. We play games over on Twitch. It's a fun time. People love it. It's a vibe. Come hang out with us. It's a good time. It's a good time, I promise. Am I sounding too desperate? But that's the preamble. Let's do this. Let's jump into this, see what happens, see how happy, sad, angry this makes me. Let's go nervously.
I look at my wife and I see her dead.
Do you see yourself killing her?
Yes. Over and over.
Oh God, it's exactly what he said about Hannibal. He might be slipping.
Hannibal has no intention of seeing me dead by any other hand than his own.
And on his dinner plate.
If I'm to be Bluebeard's wife, I would have preferred to be the last.
Is Hannibal in love with me?
Has Will finally figured this out? Is it just suddenly clicked on, or I'm going to go with he's kind of suspected it for a while? Because that just seems weird otherwise. He just wanted to say it out loud.
Will is the Lamb of God.
The Lamb is becoming a lion. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand?
I'll still be standing.
Well, this is just making me nervous. This whole situation's making me nervous. There's a good chance that Will is just gonna absolutely pop off at some point.
The devil himself, bound in the pit.
And that makes you guarded, Jack.
Yes, it does.
Man, there's a lot of ego flying around this room right now. Again, Jack's very confident that you're locked in this room, you can't do anything, and yet Hannibal's had complete control of everything that's been happening.
Got me on the hook, now you're dangling me to catch a bigger fish.
It was your suggestion.
And you're thrilled you didn't have to make it.
Yeah.
So I really badmouth the Red Dragon in title crime. Give him a shot at me.
And it'll feel like a trap to him.
He's not wrong.
Someone to hide the wire of the snare? Are you volunteering?
No. I'd have to be a fool.
Cut to children.
You refuted my entire book.
It didn't hold up to scrutiny.
Of course it didn't. I was lying. You refuted your insanity defense. I went out on a limb for you, and you climbed up there and sawed it off.
I mean, he got what he wanted. Hannibal got what he wanted out of it, and now he's just like, man, fuck you a little bit, I guess.
The journals only still publish your writing for the freak value of your byline.
You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. Look at that smile on his face. He was like, yep, I wanted you to do that. Thank you. Thank you.
After Dr. Bloom's reign, you will be out in the ward. The young ones will push you around and use you for sex.
Chilton, you are stupid. You're going to die.
Are you here to remonstrate me with I told you so's?
That's not why I'm here.
Yeah, we need you to help bait.
Dr. Chilton, you just lay out your theories and will aggravate them for the record.
The Tooth Fairy's actions indicate projective delusion, compensating for intolerable feelings of inadequacy. Smashing mirrors ties these feelings to his appearance.
And not only is the Tooth Fairy insane, he is ugly and impotent.
Fucking going in well, Jesus. Even Chilton was like, alright.
He's a vicious, perverted, sexual failure. An animal.
Well, I think we need a key shot of you here in your Washington hideaway.
Chilton is in such a shit situation now. He's pissed off Hannibal, and he's helping bait out Dragon as well. He's gonna get killed twice over. There was something really disturbing about how Will was standing and looking down the camera there.
Maybe thinks he can stop. If he can hold off until we catch him, maybe we can help him make it stop.
He almost killed your wife and son.
Hannibal almost killed them.
Good, Will. Good. Keep on this train of thought. I believe in you. Mostly.
Demographic now. We know who his fans are.
Yep. Yep. How did I know? How did I know? Now I guess the question is, did Will think that the dragon would go for Chilton over him?
Oh, my back hurts.
What's happened to his back? What's happened to his back? Was he done?
Oh, my skin.
He glued in? Yep, he's glued. He's glued. Don't pull it off.
Do you know who I am? No, I do not want to know. Believe me.
I don't know if that's the right answer.
Perverted. Sexual failure.
Will got him fucked. Oh, God. I guess technically, Hannibal got Chilton killed via Will, kind of knowing what they would do. I mean, I might be speaking too soon. He's not dead yet, but let's be real.
Man to man, I am scared. You do not need to scare me for me to be impressed.
Man to man.
Me? It's me.
Well, that's awkward.
If you make a sound, I will kill her.
Will you, though? Will you, though? Oh, God, this is something. And he doesn't have to... Oh, I don't like this. This is gonna be awful. Oh. My muscles are actually tense all over. I'm just...
How are you feeling?
Okay.
I brought you soup.
Oh, that's soup? I thought there was fish in there. I literally thought there was fish in there.
I have a deep vein of cripple's anger in me. Well, I can't get rid of it. I've made it work for me.
Fucking Chilton's face. Chilton. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. How is Chilton gonna get out of this alive? Somehow? He's clearly gonna use this.
Look. Do you see now?
Yes.
Maybe he is gonna let Chilton live. So Chilton can go speak his truth rather than the constant tooth fairy digs.
No,
Why did you tell lies, Dr. Chilton?
No, it was the police told me to. They said it.
You quote Will Graham. I am the dragon, and you call me insane.
It's a really fucking big performance. But I'm buying it, and it's creeping me the fuck out.
Repeat after me.
I guess we'll find out later. We don't get to know now.
I want to understand. And I have
Oh, he's gonna bite him. He's gonna give him a little nibble. He's gonna bite him. Fucking Jesus. Chilton cannot get a break. By far, of everyone in this show, he has been dealt out the most punishment and still keeps living. It's insane. Oh, nice. What a nice gift.
Where's the other one?
Yep. Oh, that's going to live in my head forever. Jesus.
You pretended to burn Freddie Lowndes in a wheelchair to flush me out.
He saw the trick.
What were you pretending to do with Frederick Chilton?
He saw what the game was.
He profiled the dragon.
We wanted to enrage him.
Congratulations.
Good job. We did it, everyone.
That would have been your lip I was tasting. Again.
Fucking hell. Hannibal. Jesus.
You saw the hole and let him roll right into it. That's professional discourtesy.
I can't believe that no one thought this might go wrong. Something might go wrong here.
Feel your spine between them. That is the precise spot where the dragon will snap your spine. There is...
Oh my god, that was... I figured we were going to cut away, but I wasn't expecting Gillian Anderson to appear.
Mirrors the sin being punished. Chilton languished, unrecognized, until Hannibal the cannibal. He wanted the world to know his face.
And now he doesn't have one.
Yep. Really is Hannibal controlling everything here. Like, still getting his revenge and fun from behind a glass window. And yet no one sees that, apparently. Maybe other than Will and Gillian Anderson.
You put your hand on Dr. Chilton's shoulder in the photograph to establish that he really told you those insults about the dragon. Or maybe you wanted to put Dr. Chilton at risk.
This is what I was thinking.
Just a little.
Subconsciously, he was like, maybe this is what Hannibal wants, and maybe that's what I want.
You were curious what would happen, that's apparent.
Things aren't looking good, Will. You're definitely slipping back down that wormhole of, I'm more like Hannibal than I want to admit, and I kind of enjoy
Hannibal
it.
Lecter does have agency in the world.
It's you, Will. It's you. You're his agency.
He has you.
You fucker. God's sake. Oh god, that's fucking... And he's on fire. And he's on fire. Chilton might be dead. Chilton might be dead. Yep, there it is. I was kind of suspecting that that's what was going to happen because of the whole comparing this situation to what had happened previously with Hannibal and Freddy.
Chilton said your name when they brought him into the ER.
He's alive? Fucking Chilton, man. What is he made out of? Fucking hell, dude. I can't believe it. I can't believe he's still alive. I mean, I kind of can, but...
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Well, that didn't sound very fucking convincing.
She's blind.
Black woman, she's blind.
Reba. The dragon said her name when he called Lecter.
Okay, well, that's something. They've got a lead. Good job, Chilton. I mean, I don't know if it was worth the price you've paid, but you've given them something.
You know what they called the being that visited those people?
The two things.
Think.
Dragon something. Dragon. Red dragon.
I am the dragon.
Oh, his wings are out. His wings are out. That means he's happy. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god, that's where we're ending. Fucking hell, this episode. Oh, can I relax now? Can I relax? Can I untense? Jesus. Well then, we've got quite a bit to unpack with this one, don't we? I think the biggest thing about this episode was just... I mean, Will himself kind of... I couldn't quite tell if it was subconsciously or consciously or a little bit of both of him just accepting... Like, at first, because it's carrying on from the previous episode about him saying, well, I can't give up on this guy because he's threatened my family and I'm not safe until he's caught. But the extension of that is that him accepting his darker tendencies, his desire to be... those blurred lines between him and Hannibal and how their minds work, like veering back into that. And, you know, that was the main thing about this episode that I got. Like, it's Will wrestling with that still. He's still got the conflict there of his compassion trying to lead him in the right direction, but as we've now established, Hannibal used his compassion to morph him into his what as Hannibal sees him as his true self, and that conflict is more complicated now because of that. It's not just like a here's the dark side of my mind and here's the light side of my mind. They're kind of merging together in a way that it's difficult to, I think it's by design is difficult to try and comprehend, both for the character of Will but also the audience. But that's what puts you in his seat. Like, you're like, oh god, this is such a mindfuck. But also it's the element of he's our protagonist. You want things to go well for him. You want him to be okay. And that's why you're willing for that to happen. But at the same time, you kind of sit there like, you're doing some shady shit right now. It's not good. You know exactly what you're doing. The whole Chilton, like when the episode was starting to play its hand a little bit, I kind of expected, I think Chilton's going to end up on fire in a wheelchair as a roundabout way of calling back to what happened previously. Like when they were setting up, like, oh, we've got to bait him out. We basically got to do the same trick that we did with Hannibal to catch this guy. I was thinking, but Hannibal knows this trick. He's going to be ahead of you on this. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Obviously, Hannibal's controlling events from his cell. Like, he's using the dragon to, you know, bring out Will's darker nature, but also kind of get back at him a little bit. Also get back and strike his revenge at other characters, like, and clearly he's not done yet. There's still work to do. But I am just loving Mads Mikkelsen just being able to go off. Like, there's so many Saki comments in this episode that I loved. Him just getting to, as they put it themselves in the episode, he is just playing the role of the devil and loving it every single second. We also got more of the sort of Will, Gillian Anderson, their relationship as these two people who got arguably the closest to Hannibal, as, you know, I mean, we had Will saying it out loud, is Hannibal in love with me? Like, that was some kind of revelation. I mean, I felt that was pretty obvious from a while ago, and you know what? I think Will knows, he just didn't want to say it, and now he said it, and Gillian Anderson's like basically confirmed it, like, hey, if I was gonna be his wife, I wanted to be the last one, but I'm not. You are, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit. So we finally basically had them airing out that dirty laundry a little bit. But even Gillian Anderson was saying he's not in a position to eat me anymore, which I kind of like. I don't know if it's me overestimating Hannibal's abilities and what he's capable of, or if it's the characters underestimating Hannibal, because it feels like especially in the case of Alana and Jack, like, they're so happy with the fact that he's in that little cell, and he's like, you can't do anything, you're in a cell, and they just seem completely blind to the fact that most of what the dragon is now doing is coming from him. It's coming from Hannibal. Like, Hannibal is controlling events, and they're like, you're in a cell, you can't do anything. I don't know if that's just me reading it weird, or I'm just like, how are you guys not like being smarter about this, basically? And I said this in the reaction if it's there, but Richard Armitage's performance is really big in this episode. It goes big and just hard. That sounds weird, but it's again, like I was saying last time, it's on the verge of maybe being a little too much, but they're walking that line, and they're walking it like dead center. A person who fully believes they are this higher being, like they are better than what's around them. They are, like, I mean, like he says, a creature, a being, something that is unfathomable to humankind. Like, and his performance is scary and creepy because it's coming across, at least to me, as a human being who truly believes that they are this elevated being who can get away with whatever they want and justify it, and you know what I mean? That's what's creepy about it, is that it's just a dude who fully believes this and is willing to do the things that he's been doing in order to show it to the world. But yeah, this whole episode was a tense-filled, just like, there's been episodes of this show that have had scenes in it where I was just like disturbed, uncomfortable, like tense. This had all of it. For long periods of the episode, long periods of the episode, I was just like, I don't want to move. I just don't want to move. It feels like it would hurt. Really good. It's really well done, and it's just, for the most part, just letting the actors do their thing. And, you know, obviously the director is knowing where to put the camera, how to light the scenes, all of that good stuff. But really, a lot of this episode was just letting the actors breathe the scenes, do their performances, and bring out the emotion and the intent of those scenes. And it's really good. I am kind of surprised that that this hasn't wrapped up, like the Dollarhide part of the story, because I was fully expecting that maybe we'd do that this episode, and then the final episode would be like all about Will and Hannibal, right? Like, that's kind of what I was expecting. But no, we're going into the final episode with the final part of this story and this arc. So there's quite a lot to wrap up in the final episode, it seems like. There's quite a lot to do, and I'm intrigued to know how that's gonna come about. I certainly think we're gonna get some kind of like, if not a full stop, an exclamation mark on where we're going with Will, like his own transformation of, is he going to accept his darker nature? Is he going to fight against it? And how that's going to be portrayed? Is Hannibal going to break out? I'm thinking Hannibal's going to get out of prison. I suspect. I'm not sure. Or at the very least, he might be the only one left alive. I don't know. The show could do anything it wants. Anything it wants. And like I've said previously, I'm guessing there is going to be a level of ambiguity, of a sense of, well, we could do more if someone gave us the opportunity, so maybe he won't die. Maybe the other characters won't die. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect. But that has me intrigued, which is a good thing. Show does good thing. It's keeping me hooked right till the end. Last but not least about this episode, let's talk Chilton. Jesus Christ, this guy, poor guy. Yeah, like the whole scene where they're doing the interview with Freddy, I felt like it felt like Will was going on extra hard when he comes in to take the picture with the hand and looking down the camera of the lens. I was like, there's something off about this, and I was like, I think Chilton's gonna be screwed. I kind of put it down to the fact that it's been 2 weeks since I've watched an episode, so I'm sort of readjusting into the mindset of watching the show and picking up on the signs. But yeah, it became quite clear that I think Will has set Chilton up just to see what would happen. And yeah, that's not great. But yeah, Chilton, fuck. The guy, let's go through Chilton's life events. He got autopsied alive, put back in, shot in the face and out the back of his head, accused of being a killer, went on the run, and now he's had his face bitten off and burnt. And he's still alive. He's still alive. He's had so much damage just dealt out to him, and I think about that character and where he started, where he's been, and you know, he's flawed. He's a flawed character. But then there came a point where he did the right thing, and now he's seemingly, I guess, because, you know, Hannibal is punishing Chilton, and I guess in his roundabout kind of way, Will is kind of punishing Chilton for various things he did. And, you know, they even said the line here that, you know, Will knew that Dolarhyde kills the pets first, and he knew if he made Chilton look like the pet, you're fucked, buddy, basically. There's so many layers to this episode in terms of characters' motivations, why they're doing what they're doing. So much going on. I definitely feel like I'm gonna have to rewatch just at least this Red Dragon arc again afterwards, because I think there's a lot of stuff that is, like I say, layered in by design to rewatch, so you pick things up on a second watch. I think I'm getting the highlights at least. I think I'm picking up on things as they're being told to me for the most part, but I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be a whole other picture that I will see with the knowledge of what I know now, then going back into it kind of thing. But I like that about TV and movies, if they do that, if they give me a reason to rewatch it and pick up on things that I might not have done the first time. I enjoy that if people can do that in their writing and their storytelling. Solid episode, disturbing, creepy. It's definitely one of the most, you know, I mean, the whole show is like a horror, like thriller, but this episode in particular really came across as, this is flat out disturbing. Just for most of it, but like 85% of it, and I really enjoyed that, which might say more about me than anything, I guess. That's weird. Great. Don't worry, I'm fine, I promise. But I'm looking forward to next week. It's going to be sad and tragic because we're coming to the end, and it's been a journey. Again, if you have comments, questions, queries, whatever that you want me to look at for next week, make sure you leave those comments on this video, and at the end of next week's video I will look at those and go through them. All the feelings are happening right now, because I kind of don't want it to end, but all things must come to an end, so something new can start. But yeah, hopefully see you there. Hopefully you're ready for this and you've enjoyed it up to this point. I'll see you there, I guess. I don't really know how to end this video because there's a lot to take in that just happened, and yeah. Bye. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also consider subscribing, supporting the channel that way. There are links to Twitch and Discord down below if you want to hang out over there. But that's everything. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.